Welcome back to What's Niggling Me. I'm gonna call my brother here and go over last night's UFC. I don't believe it played out the way he wanted it to. Hello?
Hello?
Right? Is that you?
Me.
We got you here to go over the picks, right?
I called some.
Called some. The one that really fucked it was Rena.
Rena Nakamura.
Yeah, he really fucked us. He got embarrassed.
Yeah.
Moon Gafarov embarrassed him.
Legit embarrassed him.
He was laughing at him.
He was doing he was emoting a bit. That wouldn't hurt.
I know, because the beginning started out not awesome either. Like, to gear one, he didn't win as convincingly.
Yeah, I thought he was going to destroy him.
He was talking to DC though, eh? Like crazy.
During the fight?
Yeah, he was talking to him when he went to
confident.
when he went to go pick him up.
That makes you laugh.
I know, like a Hamza.
Yeah. He obviously knew he was going to win. He just couldn't beat him.
It's really crazy how many fighters are out of Dagestan. Like, it's really insane how many. Like, there's that many.
It's a cheat code, bro.
It's not like there was a few of them.
They're all there.
There's so many. Of all the places in the world.
Straight
Where do you think you're going?
on a truck. How are you?
Nowhere.
I gotta get things in order. Go back to the gym tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's a gear one. I was happy one.
I know. We can go over Johnson & Johnson next weekend, where I have full storage to go over that. That Ricky Turcos guy, eh?
He's a warrior. He keeps going. Right? Like,
Yeah, he'll fight again.
yeah.
The Aline Perez, that was good.
That was a good call.
If Jamal Hill wouldn't have fucked me, I had a bet with her. That would have been good.
Make some money?
Yeah, I would have.
Spivak would have won. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Spivak.
He made it look confident at the start, too. I was confident in him after he whipped down the to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he let us down.
That one
I
guy.
had a bet with fucking Islam round one, Marab decision, and Spivak to win.
I know. That would have been nuts.
And it would have paid out 1,200.
I can't believe Islam got the dub like that too.
Nice low darts went round one.
Because it was good on the feet.
I didn't even see any of it, obviously,
I know. It was good on the feet. And then Islam's like, fuck this.
And quick? Like after a few punches or what?
No, like they were going. It was looking good. How far into it was that? It was a minute in. Or no, 4 minutes in.
What, What, he lost 4 minutes in?
Yeah. Because them got him 4 minutes in. But it was good standing. Then he had enough of that.
He's like, I want to take this win easy.
I think Habib probably yelled to him. Take him to the fucking ground. Nope.
What did you say?
My brother thinks he can go and pick up a coffee.
From the Indian lady at Tim Hortons.
That's rare.
That's rare. Usually all whites.
We live in Canada, where it seems like it's half Indian.
Bro, when I went to Walmart, it's definitely more than half fucking foreign here.
Indian people have traveled across the world to become Canadian.
It's better for them to work here than it is for them to work in Saudi Arabia. Think of that.
Yeah. So they steal anything there, they get their hands chopped off.
That's not why. It's because when they leave Saudi Arabia to go back home after they retire, they don't own anything in Saudi Arabia anymore. Saudi Arabia doesn't allow you to own anything there if you're not there.
Yeah. And
I think my window will unfreeze by the time I get to this guy.
huh?
Dude, you think my window will unfreeze by the time I get to the window?
No.
Man, come on, I'm down. Come down. I don't want to look like one of these people. Oh, the person in front of me is the same. So, you obviously watched the whole Umar fight?
Umar Merab?
Yeah.
Yep. Umar was so tired.
I know.
Because Merab just wouldn't give up. He just wouldn't stop.
Come on, go down. Damn. Alright, David, please. Oh, did it work? Didn't work. What's going on here? Have a good day.
Well,
Rod is gonna beat everybody then?
huh?
Rod's gonna beat everybody forever?
No, there's got to be somebody. Who's in there at 135?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna rematch O'Malley in a few months.
Okay, who else is there? Marlon Vera is
Yeah,
not going to
like
do it.
it's people that fucking everyone that Merab's didn't beat already beat. Like,
What's that?
can't go against Sandhagen.
I'm going to find someone.
Because if he beat O'Malley and he beat Umar, then he ain't beating and then Sandhagen ain't beating him. Right?
No.
Pretty sure Umar was the guy.
The only person, I'm pretty sure, I'm not saying he's going to beat him, but I'm pretty sure Merab didn't get one takedown on Jose Aldo, eh?
That was a hard fight for him.
I remember I was pissed because it was a pretty close fight. Because Merab tried to take him down. I remember, I think even Jose Aldo, Merab was going for a takedown, and Jose Aldo, like, doing, like, a yawning, like, tapping his hand on his mouth. Because Merab just wouldn't stop trying to take him down, and he was against the cage, just like, oh, this is so easy fucking defending your takedowns.
Deep.
Yeah, like, because Jose Aldo's legs are so strong, right?
Yeah, true. He's got his behemoth legs. Yeah.
So it was just like Jose Aldo wanted to box because he had like transitioned so much into just throwing hands, and Merab just kept trying to take him down. So he just kept stuffing the takedown. But
I
I'm looking and I'm trying to
yeah.
find somebody that can just like deny, you know what I mean? Like stop
Yeah.
that can stop the takedown. And so said Nurmagomedov is going to get a chance eventually, probably, right?
Yeah, but he's skinny.
Right. I agree. I'm looking here at like the rankings and like who the person could be. So Mario Batista hasn't lost in.
He's a good one.
He has 7 straight wins going back to 2022. Right now, I see.
He's a good one.
Because like it's other than that, right? Other than that, it's rematching Umar, rematching O'Malley, rematching Jan, like Figueiredo, Sandhagen.
Figueiredo is the one he hasn't fought, obviously, right?
Right.
It has to be. Figueiredo's a guy like that, right? Like he's a ground guy.
Yep. So if you have a Figueiredo, so Corey Sandhagen, he can't fight Cheeto Vera because he'll just get taken down.
Yeah.
Yudong Song, no, probably.
Yudong.
Yeah, Asians reverse their names. He's not gonna fight Rob Font.
No.
No Kyler Phillips. Yeah.
Kyler's been on the ground too. I like Kyler, but yeah, Marab's good, man. He's gonna
yeah, like
he's gonna be that guy for a while, I think.
Because of that, because of those continuous takedowns, because he keeps a high guard and he just gets in there.
He can't be beat.
It makes you tired. What was I saying about him? I was saying something about him the other day. How he is I was really saying about Armand, about like how they both have this will to win.
Yeah.
They both have like this just grind. Just fucking grind mentality.
There was something up with you hear what Dana said about Armand?
Yeah, it sounds weird.
Yeah, sounds weird, right?
I see this thing here that says Renato was paid more than Islam for saving the event.
Really?
They must have threw some. They must have threw some serious money on it, not to like scrap that fight, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I'm sure Islam is making a lot of money.
Islam called out fucking Drakus.
Did he?
The three-weight champ, because he can't go fight Bilal, right? He won't go fight Bilal.
No. He wants Drakus. Drakus is big, bro.
I know, because he's weighed like 180 pounds. I'm sure he's weighed 180, 185 pounds, Islam. But
yeah,
Drakus weighs 220 probably.
Yeah.
When he's like, if they're both at their biggest, 220 and 180 is different. 185.
And Volk did that to Islam, you know what I mean? That first fight?
Yeah.
So, like, Drakus is strong, man.
He can't go fight him.
No.
So Yuri Prochazka, is he gonna fight Alex Pereira again? He just is gonna get his leg chopped off.
Yeah.
He doesn't fight good in, like a style to avoid getting his leg chopped off.
He's not good enough.
Because I guess it's, yeah, when Pereira fights Ankalaev, then the winner will fight Yuri probably. I don't know who Jamal Hill fights anymore. I'm not sure. You know, he probably fights his, I think is Yambla, huh?
Who?
Yambakovic or whatever, hasn't, he didn't retire, right?
No.
So he'll probably fight him. He hasn't fought in a long time.
Yeah, who did he fight last?
I don't even remember, but I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah.
And then is Almeida's gonna fight for that title if he beats the next person, probably. Like, he'll fight if he goes and fights Cyril Gane and beats Cyril Gane, and then Jones Aspinall, whoever wins that's who he'll fight, probably. Jolton Almeida. And really, Almeida has, since he has a ground game like that, he could be a good fight for John Jones or Aspinall. Because both of those guys can wrestle and go to the ground, so, like, Almeida's going to want to... He's cool with wrestling or going to the ground. Like, that's not a problem, right? And Aspinall and John Jones aren't, like... they're not Brock Lesnar. They're not Ngannou. They're not 200... They're not cutting to 265.
Yeah, they're not... Yeah.
John Jones isn't cutting to 265, and neither is Aspinall. So that's an advantage for Almeida.
And Almeida will be gone, most likely.
Probably.
Just take him down and do what Don did to him.
It'll be cool to see. It'll be a good fight for people to watch, because, like, especially if Almeida wins, because you saw how big Gane was compared to John Jones, and you've seen how big Gane is compared to Volkov and all these other guys, and then so now you'll get to see how much smaller is Almeida compared to these other top guys.
Yeah.
Because Gane's fought all the other top guys, so if he is Gane that much bigger than Almeida, weight wise it seems like he's probably 30 fucking pounds smaller, but there's not many people built like that. The only other small person that, like, was a winner at heavyweight was Cain Velasquez. He was, like, in the 240s. No other person was that small, right, at heavyweight. Normally the heavyweight champion is a big motherfucker. They cut down to 265.
Yeah, and their power is just stupid.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, Almeida, so he's going to be right in there as a title contender in the next year. In next January, he could be lining up a title fight, depending on that John Jones Aspinall fight.
Damn.
And then
he deserves it.
The DeRitter guy, that DeRitter guy is gonna probably, if he convincingly wins one more fight at 185, he'll be fighting a Duplessis Strickland. Like, he'll be fighting that championship fight.
Yeah.
If he was a one champion, if he was one championships, like a 2-division champion, then he's fought top, like, good people anyways, and fought with, like, the nerves because of how big those fucking events are in the one championship. He's fought with all, like, overseas, all the pressure, that he's going to be fighting for a title pretty soon. A lot of these guys on this card are all going to be fighting on titles within the next year.
Yeah. That's really... did that with fashion, so
pretty convincingly.
Yeah, so it's one to two more fights and he's fighting for the title if he does it in that fashion.
But he was really calm and collected yesterday when he was walk out and everything. Like, he was comfortable. Let me go to these prelims real quick here. Ooh, I don't know what that Peyton Talbot guy is gonna do, but I don't know who Dana gives him, and that's rare. I guess they didn't expect that to happen. Maybe then.
God no. I had that in parlay too, but
That was my, like, one of my first things I said about the whole card was, like, because of the odds on it. And I was like, I don't know, man, that guy has tons of experience against other fighters. But you know what's funny is that I noticed yesterday they used him in Umar's. They showed Umar beating the shit out of him in Umar's thing in the co-main event. You know, they do a little before the fight. They show his past fights. They showed Umar beating the shit out of the guy that did what Merab does to Peyton Talbot. He just wouldn't leave him alone. He wouldn't leave Peyton Talbot alone and just constantly attacked him and made it an ugly fight. And Peyton Talbot, like, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't get off his technique because he's a sharp technique guy, but that guy just fucking was all over him yesterday.
He overwhelmed the fuck out of him.
Just scrappy, attacking, fucking.
He got manhandled.
Manhandled. Peyton Talbot got manhandled and lost his fucking undefeated streak. That Barcelos guy, yeah, that guy wouldn't give up, wouldn't stop. Merab style.
Merab style, like, just made him look like an idiot.
Just all over the ground, like tuckering him out.
Some of the picks we had yesterday, imagine if they were put together.
I know.
Because I had definitely some.
That one really burned it is Rina, the Japanese guy.
Yeah.
That guy really burned my card down. He fucking pulled the fucking Hiroshima fucking nuclear bomb on fucking my parlay.
Alright, let me look here. Now that I'm in the.
That one guy dummied the other guy, real quick. The Bakov, Azamat.
Yeah.
Really
Almost not fair.
dummied that Zachary Reese guy badly.
So if I had, like, bro, even just like a $10 bet on the Merab, the Islam, and the Eileen, or the Merab, Islam, Barcelios, you know what I mean? Would have been hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
The beginning. So Tagir, Sopa, Rena guy burned me, Eileen Perez, and then the Grant Dawson. I didn't bet on that fight on any card because I really was unsure about it.
I had him on one parlay. I had it.
And then that Guskov guy, I had him on like every one I picked because that one guy was on a short notice for Johnny Hendricks. And you like I've seen Johnny Hendricks fight for a bunch of years, and then you just threw in a guy who I've never heard of. Just like the quality of person, they were clearly putting a guy that had good. Like Johnny Hendricks has a ton of like top fights against this guy. Then you put a guy that has no notable people he's fought.
Johnny Walker?
Yeah, what did I say?
Hendricks.
Oh, yeah, that guy hasn't fought in a long time. And then the Peyton Talbot one, that was a big upset. Peyton Talbot was a big upset. Eileen Perez was a small upset. Then to the main. De Ritter fucking won, and I wanted Holland, but it was a close odds. Almeida won, even though Spivak gave him a scare. And then Prohashka won. That was a close fight, odds-wise. I don't know what Jamal Hill does next, but he didn't look good at all in that fight.
I think he is screwed.
Yeah, I don't know what he does at all.
After the Kabasha, the Poton one, and then this.
I actually think, this sounds crazy probably, I actually think he rose too quickly.
Yeah.
Because he flatlined Johnny Walker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and that highlight surged him in the rankings. Before that, he fought Paul Craig and got his arm fucking snapped, and was trying to fight with it snapped still, I remember. But to go from Paul Craig, he gets there, but then Johnny Hendricks, but then, like, he just rose too quickly, I think. Jamal Hill has a total of 15 fights. Yuri Prochazka has 31 wins.
Just the way he was connecting with Jamal was crazy.
I know. So then Alex Pereira, he beat Glover Teixeira, and that was a wild one. He knocked out Thiago Santos, but that was Thiago Santos right after John Jones, and his knees are not, his legs aren't the same anymore. His knees aren't the same anymore.
Jamal knocked out
Thiago Santos.
Thiago?
Yeah, but Thiago Santos, like, he's not in the UFC for a reason anymore. It's unfortunate. I liked him, but like John Jones destroyed both of his knees. Like, he had to get surgery on both of his knees. So coming back, like, you're just not going to be the same. So after he knocked out Thiago Santos, he knocked out Johnny Walker. But before that one was the Paul Craig. And then the Jimmy Crute one. He fought Jimmy Crute, and Jimmy Crute, I'm pretty sure he kicked Jimmy Crute's leg or whatever, and the foot went like O'Malley's. So like he got a quick win with that one. He beat Ovin St. Preux by knockout. He's trash.
Yeah, St. Prue's bad.
And beat this guy who I don't even think fights in the UFC anymore, Darko Stosic. Those are all his fights ever. So he just hasn't fought a lot, and like the one knockout that he got was the guy, his foot didn't work anymore, and then he got his arm snapped after he was winning that fight, but got his arm, Paul Craig snapped his fucking arm, so that fight was over. He really doesn't have very many fights. He fought Glover Teixeira, who was old, and it was a badass, it was an amazing fight, but Glover Teixeira was right at retirement. He didn't have he rose too quick, I think, Jamal Hill.
Bro, I'm trying to go into Valley Village, and look what's about to happen when it opens.
What the fuck is that? Why is a fucking ambulance
Why
there?
are you pulling up the stretcher, bro? This place is about to open in 5 minutes. I better be able to walk in there and get my work clothes.
Are you gonna ask them if they need any help?
I don't give a fuck who's dying, bro. Let me get my stuff. We got kids dying in Gaza, bro. You think I give a fuck about the person at Valley Village going on the stretcher?
So there's no UFC coming up this current weekend.
Makes sense. They would do that to us. I'm looking for a fucking year that they do 52 in a row.
They can't because of Christmas, probably.
Bro, Izzy is on a fight night? Out.
I know. And it's at noon.
That's a crazy card.
It's at noon.
Oh, wow. Prelims start at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
This isn't at this side of the world. This is on a different side of the world.
Yeah, because the bullet fights.
Yeah, he's Michael Venom Cage, eh?
I know. That is the main event for me.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch Magomedov fight fucking Michael Page.
Do you think Izzy loses by because this guy takes him down constantly?
No. I think Izzy will win.
I just piece him up like you did Costa?
Yeah.
Because Imavov said he is a decision fighter.
What?
Imavov is a decision fighter.
I know.
He knocked people out. He knocked a couple people out too. But he's a known decision man. Izzy's not.
I'm looking forward to the fight. No, Izzy's not.
Izzy's not.
Izzy's like, what'd you say?
Izzy's like Connor.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Fucking insane to start the fight. Like, fuck it, you keep going with
gets tuckered.
Pretty quick. You can lose pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm excited for that card, and I'm especially excited that
Sergey Pavlovich is going to fight Rosenstruck.
I know it's going to be a bunch of
Fuck out of
fucking
him.
just swinging bombs at each other.
Yeah.
Either the fight,
Huh?
either the fight ends quickly or it goes to decision because they're both scared.
Yeah. But it's either a good fight or a gay fight.
Yeah.
So we're going straight fucking Dagestani, for that fucking parlay?
Mm-hmm.
Ikram said, Ikram did bad last fight, but he also went up way too high in fucking competition.
Who?
Ikram, he went to fucking, he jumped up so far in competition, it wasn't even fair.
I know. It looked.
He went from a guy, Warley Alves, 15-8, to Robert Whitaker. You know what I mean? No wonder he lost. Now he's going to go back down to Andre Nunes.
Yeah, it was bad.
Ikram will destroy him. I think it's an easy card. The last 4 fights, I think are easy. I think Sharapova, I think he beats Dana Page.
And I hope so.
AC, Shara, Sergey, said, Ikram.
In 2 weeks, we're going to have a new round of bets.
Terrence McKinney. Ooh, Shamil Ghazi fights that night. Look at that day ago. Remember him?
Mm-hmm. He's big.
Yeah, he was a bust that one fight.
He's thick and just slides. He doesn't pick his feet up, he just slides.
Jordan Levitt fights. You know you're doing wrong when you're opening the prelims.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get some buckets.
People are pouring in right now. People are pouring into the village.
I'm gonna get some buckets and watch the rest of the Tim Dillon podcast. You gonna let me know when you get home?
Yeah. I gotta go to mom and dad's today.
Okay.
Just gay. Gotta get mom on those edibles,
I know. She should have ate them yesterday when the Detroit Lions lost. Bro,
Would have been.
I woke up and my Trump coin was up to fucking $107 today. I'm like, damn, do I take out $100 of profit? Like, nah.
So fucking, pretty much, because I remember Pierre said something about crypto, right? 4 years ago, or something like that. Maybe even longer, talking about investing in crypto, right? And then Trudeau slammed Pierre for telling you to invest in crypto because crypto went down. But is it not just the liberals making it go down?
What do you mean?
The liberals are boasting how conservatives saying, oh, invest in Bitcoin or invest in crypto. But then the liberals are the one that's driving the price down, no? With their policies and stuff?
With policy and with being negative about it, but they did also do a Bitcoin ETF, but
in the end they're hurting they hurt it more than they
yeah if you put in people into certain positions that are going to be pro crypto and open to like better crypto policies, just like they're doing right now in the States this week coming up, then crypto will boom. Like if you show that you're going to be friendly towards taxes and on profits and friendly towards corporations and stuff like that, using it and allowing it to be used as currency, then more retailers, more institutions buy it and use it. Then like PayPal and Visa and MasterCard, like they just have to use it and incorporate it. And if those companies, if companies have to buy it and hold it, you know what I mean? Like as, and to take it, there's only a certain amount of it, right?
Yeah.
There's just
And
only
eventually it just skyrockets.
right. There's only a certain amount of. So what has to be done is if it becomes adopted, universally adopted. If there was never a debit card forever, and then eventually the debit card became minimal people use cash.
Yeah, I remember Mom
Had to
talking
change
to Mom and
purse.
Dad about the credit card introducing, the debit card introducing, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is this thing?
And it's a short period of time. In like one generation, look at what they went to in forms of using
Checkbooks,
currency. Yeah, they wrote. You could write a check and give it to the grocery store to pay for your groceries. How fucking weird?
Really?
Yeah, how fucking weird is that? That you could just how much did it come to, and you write that amount on the check and you give them the check, bro.
Now
That's
now you could never trust that.
that you could never. It's crazy that in like a short
check for anything.
A short period of time, things have changed drastically. And
Where they don't even have checkbooks at home, probably.
Dad probably has one put away.
Yeah, Dad fucking does.
But for the security purpose of it and for zero inflation to ever happen. There can't be any inflation with Bitcoin. There can't be. There's a certain amount of it. You can't print any more of it.
That's the perfect way to run the world.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to run the world, is that there's only a certain amount of the total currency that is being used. So it can never
can't corrupt it.
It can never be worth more or worth less. It becomes a specific price point.
Well, it can be worth more, right? Unless
if it can technically just be determined this is what it's worth.
If all was sold, right?
If it's all out there, and it's not in one person's hands, because if it's in one person's hands, then they can just loan it out.
And they obviously have a bunch of it, so like
I know
they're ready to do it.
They're ready to loan. They're gonna try and lay in my like. I would think that a big places that get a bunch of Bitcoin will open a company in whatever country in the world that they let this happen, and they'll let you loan it out to people, and then that person has to pay you back like a higher percent, like an interest on it, right? But my guess is that that's what banks do. They fucking get a huge amount of cash, and they will loan it out to you for interest, and you pay interest. Like that's in credit cards, exact same thing. That's what the banks and the credit card companies do. They accumulate a ton of currency and then loan it out to you. And then you pay interest, and that's how they make money.
It's an easy business.
Yeah.
The rich buy, sell to the poor.
Yeah.
As they should.
Except you can just print money, but you can't create more Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they can corrupt it.
Yeah.
They're allowed to do what they want. They're allowed to buy and sell to us. That's their privilege of being successful, right?
Yeah.
It is, right? That's their privilege of being successful, is that they can buy it all up, and they're allowed to, and they can sell it to us, but they can't inflate it is the prime goal.
Right. But there's a few cryptos moving so weird today. But my Trump coin's $92. And he became... Huh?
Can I go shop yet? This goddamn is like, get this person out of here.
Chain link. Uniswap.
Doesn't like your business hurt over one employee falling to the ground or something?
So weird. There's a few coins moving like this today.
You got some movement in coins?
Yeah, real weird.
TikTok being banned. Everyone's going nuts.
And that, it shows me that people are still real far behind. That everyone's complaining about this, and they could just use a VPN and fucking use it.
Yeah, you should hear Ross talk about that kind of stuff. That they should have. He's such a boner.
Why aren't people just getting a VPN and using TikTok?
He thinks that they should be able to override VPNs. I'm like, they can.
Yeah, they can. If they really want to, your VPN is useless.
He's such a liberal, but then he uses a VPN to stream TV from Russia.
Yeah, see, if you're doing that or you want to get fucking Poland's Netflix or whatever, they don't give a fuck about that if you use a VPN.
Fuck no.
But if you're Joe Rogan or Tucker Carlson and you use a fucking VPN, that doesn't matter because they are getting around your VPN.
Yeah, your VPN means nothing if you're important.
Yeah, if you
your Signal account means nothing if you're
right.
important.
They're getting in.
Yeah.
Israel and the United States are getting into your shit. Israel and the United States are going to use their software and they're going to get into all of your communications. But
you think you can beat the Mossad?
Yeah, you cannot beat the Mossad. But if you are common folk and you want to watch some fucking TV from a different country in the world, they don't give a fuck about you.
No. Go get that VPN. As a liberal would say, go boost the economy.
Yeah, I have thousands of dollars of crypto, but if I had millions of dollars or billions, then they are more concerned. They don't give a fuck about me.
No. They're not even coming, like, not that they're not, but, like, they're harsh on taxing crypto, bro. They're harsh on taxing rich people's crypto.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They want the big money. They don't want the couple hundred.
No.
And this and that. They want tens of thousands in taxes from your crypto.
They want it. They want it all.
I've seen people pull up here and leave and then come back and leave.
Is the ambulance still there?
Yeah. But I ain't fucking leaving. I forget what that's from. You know what that's from?
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's what it's from.
How many movies do you think you've watched in your life?
In my life? Oof. Not 100.
A bunch are probably only because of, like, watching it on TV when you were younger, right?
Yeah. Like, outside of... Once I've moved out of my house... I haven't... Oh, fuck, man. 50's a lot, I think. And then I'll talk to people in the game or something. They'll be like, yeah, I watch one every night. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, there's no time to watch movies, bro. There's podcasts on.
Yeah, I know. And I think it's because before podcasts, like, you know, I watched thousands of movies. What?
Thousands.
I've watched thousands of movies for sure.
I haven't even read thousands of words. Let alone movies. Movies, I fucking hate movies. And I hate movies even more now that I know what's going on in the world.
I hate movies because they're not enough. I need more information. A movie's so fast.
They're skipping all your info, right? All the details. They're skipping them all.
Yeah. A movie makes me have to go look up stuff.
That's what your favorite thing to do.
I know. But a show, you know, I'm going to get more hours.
Yeah.
So I'll just watch an entire show.
Look at this thing I'm about to show you. Thrift Proud.
Thrift Proud. So weird.
Hey, Thrift Proud. Nothing's like the Purelator band. You ever seen the gay Purelator band?
No.
Well, on the side of some of the Purelator bands, it just says Pride in a rainbow, in a big rainbow sticker. Bunch of fags delivering.
I don't understand the forced inclusion of people. They're just forcing inclusion on people.
Forcing.
Forcing. I don't want a woman on every fucking sports panel. I don't want that. They're definitely not the most qualified person to be on that panel every fucking time. Sure, some are good looking, but to have the 3 guys and 1 woman, and it's obvious that they're forced to be put there. Like,
what are they doing at the football game? Why are they on the panel at the football game, bro?
At the football game? For some reason, there's going to be 3 guys and 1 woman on the panel. Today, there's going to be 2 football games, and for some reason, there's going to be 3 guys and 1 woman on the panel for some reason. I don't know why. It's clearly forced.
I couldn't believe it yesterday or the other weekend when I was at Mom and Dad's, and I'm like, who's that? Why is she up there?
No woman's ever played in the NFL. No woman's ever played college football except maybe not Division I, maybe in a Division 2 or 3, a girl's been a kicker. That's it, max. There's never been a girl that's ever played any other position but kicker at any competitive level. But for some reason, at the highest level in the playoffs, there's going to be a girl talking about football today next to the guys who's played football or coached in football.
And she has no idea what she's talking about.
She read a bunch of stuff, and now she's going to have the same insights as the guys who played or coached. It's so weird. And then there's going to be NHL hockey tonight, and there's going to be 3 guys and a girl on there, and she probably played women's professional hockey. 10% of the watching audience has ever heard of her, and
she has no clue about physicalness in fucking hockey.
She has no clue. And then there's going to be the NBA tonight as well, and for some reason, I know, she's not going to be on. There's not going to be a girl on the panel because the guys say way too crazy shit, and then.
Oh yeah, true.
Then there'll be a girl on the sidelines that they'll go to constantly.
Yeah.
Football, they have those guys scripted way better. They have those guys scripted. Basketball, they don't have those guys scripted as much.
And thank God we have Dana White, bro.
And then Dana White, he's not having any of that.
Thank God we don't have we could have Laura Sanko, right? Because at least
Dana White, the only reason that the UFC can do it is because there's a women's divisions. So women can give they can give insights literally on that, like on girls' fights, because like Laura Sanko fought, like she trained and fought before.
Yeah.
So
she has a high level jiu-jitsu knowledge.
Yeah. And like in Megan O'Leary, she's not giving any. Her perspective's not on in the cage. It's about It's about the fighters' lives. This is what
she does a great job.
She does a great job talking about. We talked to the fighters this week, and this is what's going on in their life, basically. Like, she doesn't tell you, oh, he has a deadly Darce choke. She doesn't tell you that ever. So there's roles in it. She's not. It's not forced inclusion. And like Joe Rogan, like the panel of commentators, they don't force a woman on there like they do in the other sports.
Mm-mm. And she does good when she's up there with Bisping and them. And
then we saw yesterday when we were watching, what do you call it? UFC, there's going to be a women's professional volleyball. And if all the commentators are women, I don't care.
It has nothing to do with it, yeah.
It sounds like that's probably a good idea that you have all women as the commentators. Doesn't bother me. And I'd rather watch that than the fucking WNBA.
And then you can have one guy in there giving actual good commentator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting actual good details. And then you'll have the women that were like, oh yeah, and she's really nice outside of volleyball too.
Yeah, you could have a guy doing Megan O'Leary's job for the UFC.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. If he wants to be a predominantly women ran sport, sounds like a plan. I don't care.
sounds misogynist, but fuck.
Go ahead. Women can do it up. If women's professional hockey league that's going on right now wants to have all women doing it all, doesn't bother me. Don't care. What do I know about the women's hockey
I prefer
league?
you don't waste a man's talent on the commentary, you know what I mean? Don't waste our talent.
It's pretty crazy. I'm going to be doing an episode this week. I did see a thing recently that, I don't know, 40,000 people died in the waiting room in Canada last year. Isn't that pretty crazy?
Yeah, I see that we have one of the worst waiting rooms in the world.
Yeah, pretty sure it was something like that. I'm like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to shut down those for the day.
Damn.
Bro, like, what's going on here? So many people pulled in, walked up to the door. There's a sign in the door. They wrote a sign on a piece of paper, but I'm not walking over there to tell.
Damn. Did you see the guy that's running for the Liberal Party? There's a picture of him and Ghislaine Maxwell together.
What's his name?
Mark Carney.
Oh, the good old Mark Carney.
Yeah.
Is he French? Is that French Malay? Is Carney French?
I don't know. I know that he.
Oh, his wife died in 1994. Why?
Mark Carney?
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. I know that that guy's the. When the people ask who runs the world, those people are employing Mark Carney.
You want to see what Google says about his wife? Dead wife, I'm pretty sure. A dead wife, or they're just not married anymore? I don't fucking know. I really don't care. An advisor to companies, an investor that are seeking opportunities in the transition to a greener, more nature-positive economy. That's what Google says about her. That's her.
And he is the number one carbon tax person. He is huge for carbon tax. One of his roles is like, fuck, let me go to it. This guy's one of the worst people we could ever have running the country ever. When I looked that guy up, he's one of the worst people.
Ross hates him.
Mark Carney?
Not Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary hates him.
Ross hates Kevin.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The way you describe him.
Hates him, bro. When I brought him up, and he's like, he gave me like the same reaction he gives for Trump. But
Mark
I told Ross that about Christina Freeland's Nazi-ness, her Nazi and the Nazi-ness in her family. They're giving up the Nazis, or the Jews, I mean.
Who?
But Christina Freeland's, is it her grandpa or uncle?
Her grandpa. Tell him to Google it. There's literally an article in.
Bro, he won't. I rip on him, bro. Because whenever I bring stuff up like that, I tell him that he does the liberal shrug. Okay? You ever heard of the liberal shrug?
Yeah. My mom does it.
Yeah, well, Ross does the liberal shrug always, bro. Always. I'm like, whenever I tell you something and you don't have an answer for it, you give me the liberal shrug because you have no rebuttal for it.
There's a article in the Ottawa newspaper about Chrystia Freeland's grandpa being a Nazi collaborator. It's in the Ottawa newspaper. It's not on Reddit. It's not on a forum or anything like that. It's in our capital of Canada's newspaper.
Makes me laugh.
That he's a Nazi collaborator. Our deputy prime minister's grandpa. It's in the Alberta archives that our deputy prime minister's grandpa was a Nazi collaborator in Poland, editing the newspapers with propaganda while the Jews were exterminated in Auschwitz. During 1940 and 1945, our deputy prime minister's grandpa ran the newspaper promoting Jews with big noses. That was our deputy prime minister's grandpa. You can go look it up. Everybody can go look it up. There's credible news sources for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
But Mark Carney, he is the UN's special envoy for climate action and finance. Trust me, this guy is one of the worst people that could ever run a country. I swear, this guy is one of the he's in the top hundreds of people in the world for importance. Okay? This guy is a WEF guy. This guy is a Bilderberg guy. This guy is dangerous for globalist policies. This guy doesn't give a fuck about Canada. This guy is a globalist policy. He was the governor of the Bank of England and then he came and ran the Bank of Canada. This guy is dangerous. He is the one that gave Chrystia Freeland all the fucking policies that we have now. He is, I'm pretty sure, the godfather, Chrystia Freeland's kid. Like, this guy is a piece of garbage.
So
this is danger. This is 100% danger, Mark Carney. That's why Kevin O'Leary said he'll do everything in his power to make sure Mark Carney is not our prime minister. This guy runs, there's BlackRock. There's another hedge fund that is like $1 billion hedge fund, Brookfield Management. This guy runs the ESG department there. This guy is the worst policy maker of all time. This guy's worse than Biden. This guy's worse than Trudeau. This guy is the worst policy maker we could ever ask for.
And we got him.
If you like carbon taxes, this is the guy.
That's the guy that you want in.
I am serious about how dangerous that guy is. But then before I was had to let you know about him. You know how they can't find 30,000 fucking students that their visas are up this year? They also found that 50,000 international students that came over here never even went to school. They came here they're going to go to university or college, and they just never went. They just got their visas and then
they're hiding.
Yeah.
They're hiding.
Yeah. 50,000 people that got student visas never went.
And so they're staying forever. Those people are staying in this country.
Yeah.
In this country forever. Does that excite you?
We just got a bunch of winners everywhere.
I'm excited to...
I saw this was pretty interesting. New Jersey teacher Laura Karen, 26 years old, arrested for having sex with her 13-year-old student. The alleged relationship began when the boy was 11, spanning from 2016 to 2020. She taught him in 5th grade and became close with his family, eventually having a kid with her. She had a kid with a kid in grade school. Just winners. There's just winners everywhere.
Just winning. Doesn't surprise me one bit, does it?
Doesn't surprise me.
Just going downhill every single day. Oh, I'm on the phone. Sorry. Just going downhill every single day.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was talking to him. I thought they might have, like, work boots. They don't.
Okay.
I was really hoping.
I'm going to wrap this thing up, though. Deuces.
Deuces.